Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Khushi, and today I want to talk about something real and maybe a little uncomfortable. It's closure and how the universe gives it to you even when people don't. Because honestly, waiting for someone to give you closure is like waiting for an apology from a mosquito. It's not happening, and deep down you know it. I think most of us grew up believing closure means a conversation. Like this person sits in front of you, looks you in the eye, explains every action they took, admits where they messed up, tells you you were amazing, and then gives you a warm goodbye hug. Yes, in movies it's possible, but in real life it's not. In real life, people just disappear mid sentence. But here's the cool part, life still ends the chapter for you, just not in the way you expect it. So let's talk about it. Because I swear, the universe has a dark sense of humor. You think you need a grand ending, a dramatic final scene, and a perfect goodbye. But life just gives you random stuff that somehow closes the door harder than any conversation ever could. Like one day you wake up and the person who once felt like oxygen now feels like old screenshots. You don't delete them. You just don't care enough to open them anymore. Or you see their name pop up somewhere, and instead of your heart sprinting like it used to, you're just like, oh, when you finally realize that they were not as deep as you thought. Like, damn, I was out here writing essays over people who struggle to use punctuation. And the universe gives closure through distance too. Like how people who once replied in milliseconds suddenly take 12 business days. And instead of chasing, you just lose the interest. That interest dying, that is closure. Or sometimes closure is watching them become exactly who you always knew they were going to become and realizing that it has nothing to do with you anymore. So I wrote something. It's not pretty, it's not romantic, it's just real. So listen. Hey, I don't hate you. I don't need anything from you anymore. Not answers, not apologies, not explanations. I don't wake up replaying conversations in my head, and I don't sit around wondering what went wrong. I think I finally get it now. You're not supposed to be in my life the way you used to be. And that's not anger talking, that's acceptance. I used to think that I needed you to sit down with me and talk it out. I thought if I understood your side, I would sleep better. But honestly, I don't even care about the details anymore. Whatever happened, happened. I'm not here to fix it or rewrite it. I'm just glad that it's over. I don't hate you, but I'm done carrying you. I don't want you back, and I don't want another version of the past. I just want peace. And if you're wondering if I miss you, no, I don't. I don't miss you. I miss what I felt when things were good. But that feeling does not belong to you anymore. I gave myself closure when you did not show up, when you stayed silent, when you moved on without looking back. So, this is not a goodbye letter. This is me saying I've already left, and I hope life treats you well. From a distance, I'm not planning to cross again. And listen, this is not personal anymore. I'm not holding on to you or the idea of you. I'm not waiting for the past to make sense. I've made peace with not knowing everything. So wherever you are, stay there. I'm not coming back. And that's it. I don't have anything left to give you. Not words, not tears, not space in my head. If life ever brings us face to face again, I will smile, say hi, and keep walking. Because you're not a chapter I'm stuck on anymore. See, closure doesn't come from pretty conversations, it comes from reality checks. Like seeing them happy without you, and instead of breaking, you're like, cool. Or realizing you haven't thought about them for days until someone mentioned their name. That random freedom, that's closure. Sometimes closure is ugly. Like finding out they said something cheap about you, or seeing their true face through someone else's story. Painful? Yes. But also chapter officially closed. And please, closure can also be that random night where you cry so hard that your body literally resets itself. You wake up the next day and something feels different. Lighter, cleaner, like you finally left the chat. You know, the closure universe gives that hits the hardest. The day you realize you don't want answers anymore. You don't need them to explain, to apologize, to justify. You have stopped making imaginary speeches in the shower. Stopped overthinking their last text. Because honestly, most people do not apologize. They move on. They pretend nothing happened. They rewrite stories in their head where they are the victim. And the universe goes, cool, don't explain. I'll handle it. And then it sends you new people, new opportunities, new self esteem, and new happiness. And suddenly the chapter feels like another lifetime. And you sit there wondering, how was I ever crying over this? That's closure. And sometimes closure is disrespect. Harsh truth, but listen. When someone treats you like you're disposable, that is the answer you were waiting for. No letter needed, no goodbye needed. God signed it for you. So here's what I have realized. Closure is not a door someone closes for you. It's a door you walk away from. The universe doesn't write paragraphs. It gives signs, gut feelings, distance, peace, and sometimes complete emotional indifference. And if you're waiting for someone to sit you down and hand you closure like a school report card, good luck with that. Because life doesn't do soft endings. And that's all I wanted to say. Closure is not a moment where someone walks in and tells you everything you wanted to hear. It's not a dramatic scene. It's not a voice note, not a paragraph they owe you. Closure is just the quiet understanding that you don't need to carry this story anymore. And if you're listening to this right now and you're thinking about that one person who left without a final conversation, just know you don't need their voice note to end your chapter. You can close it yourself. It might not feel powerful, it might not feel dramatic, but it's real. You cared, you tried, and you showed up the way you knew how. That's enough. They walked away or drifted away, or maybe life separated you without warning. Well, that happens. But it doesn't make you unlovable, and it doesn't make them the villain. Sometimes connections end with confusion instead of closure, and that's okay. What matters is that you're not stuck in that confusion forever. You get to grow out of it, you get to change, you get to become someone who doesn't need answers to sleep at night. So take this as a reminder. The universe has already closed that door for you, quietly behind your back. It removed the people when you weren't strong enough to remove them yourself. It showed you the truths you didn't want to see. It gave you distance you never asked for. That was closure. And if you still feel a little ache, that's normal. That's just your heart remembering what it survived. But you're moving forward now, whether you realize it or not. So breathe, unclench your jaw, and let yourself be done. This chapter is closed. Life is waiting outside that door. That's all for tonight. I'll meet you with another unsent letter and a voice note. Till then, goodbye, take care, and good night.